Hello, it's June 3rd, 2024. I finished my laundry for the week, took out the trash, and I'm working. It is break time, but sometimes you have to finish up. So I talked to my brother yesterday, and it seems like my dad is not really getting any resolutions on whatever is the matter with him. My brother says that whatever they get going, Humana, Medicare will deny. And it seems to my brother that the doctors are just waiting for my dad to die rather than, trying to find ways to treat him. And I don't know if that's a function of where they happen to move, because there don't seem to be a lot of doctors there, a lot of nurse practitioners. They just moved to a weird spot. It's by the Nevada border and the California border, but there's nobody there. Not a lot of medicine there. Like, for me, to be completely frank, if I were to live there, I would have to get my medical care in Las Vegas, which is an hour and a half away. Which isn't the end of the world, but that's a ways. I mean, even in Los Angeles, UCLA is at least an hour away from here, but I could take a Lyft if I had to. Or, I could figure it out. I could take the bus. Take the bus to UCLA would be rough, but I could do it. I don't know how I would get from my parents' house to Vegas on a regular basis. Even once every 6 months is, it's a burden. Because it wouldn't just be, for the day. It would have to be an overnight, Depending. I mean, I'm assuming that all appointments would be like my evaluation appointments, and I guess I don't think I'm going to have to go through that again. I don't think my insurance would approve it. So, they still haven't approved me going on the organ transplant list, but I think the operation was already previously approved according to the nurse I talked to at the beginning of the year or whenever that was. I think they're just dragging their feet. But to be frank, I don't need it, so drag your feet all you want. I can't see why it wouldn't be approved. It would be crazy. This isn't frivolous. This is life-saving. But we'll see. Feeling a lot better today. I lost a pound this morning. It's really easy for me to lose weight still, but I am maintaining at least 155. I was maintaining at 150, but I was able to gain 5 more pounds. I can gain weight, so that means that I am not malnourished. And I feel like I look better. I feel like my skin looks better. I still look old and wrinkled because I lost so much weight, but I feel like there's more color in my face now. And I feel like even though I get hit with fatigue a lot at night, especially because I just can't stop, I can't spend a day just laying there. During the day, I feel normal. In a little while, a couple hours, I'll be going out to the roof. It's cloudy today, but I don't mind that. June gloom, we call it here in Southern California. Although now June gloom extends into July, we don't have long summers anymore. And it feels like summer doesn't even really start until late August. It won't really be hot until then. And even then, I don't know if this is a climate change thing or if we've just had some weird years lately, or if it's just me. Because I'm cold all the time now and the heat doesn't bother me as much as it used to. I don't know. But I feel like our summers have changed a lot in the last 10 years. And I feel like places like San Francisco, their summers have changed too. I would love it if we swapped. If we got San Francisco's weather and they got ours. I'd be all about that. I love San Francisco weather. But I love rainy weather. Rainy days are my favorite. Always have been. I can't ever get enough of it. I feel like if Seattle is still like that, rainy, then I would love that. Just anywhere where it's always raining, I would love to live. where the sunny days were the exception. But I live here, I like where I live, so not a lot of rainy days, that's fine. I'd also wouldn't mind living in Alaska. The idea of 6 months of night, which shows you where in Alaska I'd probably want to live, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Although to be fair, I would probably wind up in Juneau because I can't live out in the middle of nowhere as a single woman with a liver disease. It's just not smart. So it would have to be Juneau or Anchorage. It'd have to be. It'd have to be. I have to be near a hospital for the rest of my life. So, but I mean, I could still do it. I don't know if they still have the 6 months of night in the big cities, though. But I've always been fascinated with Alaska. With Northern Lights, with all of it. Maybe it's because I watched Northern Exposure as a kid, I don't know. And Maine, I find Maine fascinating too. That might be the Stephen King that I read as a kid. The accents, I love the accents of all the Middle Eastern accents. That's not right. Of all the Eastern Seaboard accents, Maine is my favorite. And it seems like the strongest. That in Boston, but I don't like the Boston accent as much as I like the Maine accent. None of this matters. Just babbling. I'm excited to start the week, you know. It's been, last week was rough. It was just a short week, and it was made even shorter by being sick on Wednesday, so this week I will not get sick. I will feel fine, and I will feel just as good on Friday as I do today. So, I'm going to do all the things, get all the exercise, go on the roof. I'm not going to take... I feel good enough that I can do it all. I don't need to be kind to myself. I've rested. I'm feeling okay. And I feel like those are famous last words. Like, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll be like, I exercise too much. I'm tired. It's a learning experience. But I am convinced that the exercise is why I'm starting to feel a lot better. Just moving my body. Like I say all the time, if you don't move it, you will lose it. You will. It's not even a question of if, it's when. So I keep myself moving. I keep my brain moving. I keep my body moving. Always have. So, in like a week and a half, I'll go see my gastro, and I'll go get my... Apparently, I found out that the UCLA lab is actually the building right behind my gastro doctor. Like, it's a medical office park, and it actually has a lake running through it, and that'll tell you where it is. If you live down here, you know exactly where that medical park is. There's a river running through it. And so I'll go to my gastro, and after I'll go get my blood drawn for UCLA. Perfect. Couldn't be better. And then next month I'll go see my PCP, and I don't know if I should ask him to take over my Ursodiol and Carvedilol, because my gastro will refill it when I go and see her, but she won't do it like from the pharmacy or from Express Scripts. They won't do that. So I feel like if I just consolidate everything with my PCP, it would be easier for me, and there would be no more issues, because someone who's a PCP would obviously know that this is part of their job, that they provide this service, whereas someone who's a specialist, sure, but maybe not necessarily. So I'll ask my gastro what she thinks, if I should ask my PCP. I will ask her to refill it this time, because I won't have enough if I wait until next month. But I will ask her if she thinks that I should have my PCP handle all the medication, just because, it makes sense. And my time is running short, so thank you for watching again, and I will talk to you later.